there are dozens of sexual harassment settlements made on behalf of members of Congress, I'm sure of both parties, that are under seal. And this is not in dispute. And no one is trying to get them unsealed from Congress.
100%. Preach.
They will go on TV and they will grandstand fairly that people get away with horrible things, that a lot of people, women and increasingly men, are scared to speak out in terms of retribution or consequences being smeared. And yet they're sitting on all these cases, twiddling their fucking thumbs.
Yeah, I mean, and people have such a short, history, retrograde amnesia. Newt Gingrich, Speaker of the House, was cheating on his dying wife while he was trying to impeach Bill Clinton. I mean, I'm no fan of Bill Clinton, but it runs through both sides of the aisle.
Because he loved America too much.
Right, and it's just like Newt Gingrich is over here impeaching Bill Clinton for getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky.
For perjury.
Perjury.
Well, that's a good point too, by the way.
It's a felony.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
But you notice how the corporate press had to rewind it, that it's like saying, you're putting someone in jail because they had the wrong drink at dinner. No, it's because they were drunk driving. So it's not that he was impeached for having an affair.
You're correct. That's a good call. Newt Gingrich was morally grandstanding. We'll forget the law for a second. He was morally grandstanding on Bill Clinton's actions, while at the same time doing equally ethically reprehensible things.
It's not. I don't think it's equally. Okay, we're doing this argument right now.
Wait. How old was Newt's side piece?
How fat was she?
Okay.
No. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. Let's do this.
Back it up.
First of all, two things. First of all, apparently Trump shows visitors to the Oval Office the sink where Bill Clinton jerked off into. That was the rumor I heard on the internet. Number one. Number two was
the sink.
The sink.
There's only one of the sinks.
People forget. It's not even the perjury. It's not the affair. It's that without that dress, there was a campaign to destroy this young woman's life. Clinton had his goons go on TV every day and call her a stalker and saying she was crazy. And this was a systemic movement to try to humiliate her and gaslight this whole country, and they would have fucking gotten away with it. And that is 1,000 times more depraved than perjury and anything Gingrich did.
Sure. I mean, I'm not going to argue. I'm not
saying you're arguing with me. I'm just saying people don't remember that part before the dress. How they had this long campaign that she's lying and she's stalking the president. And you think about it for a second, how the fuck could someone stalk the president? That was the word they used.
Right. Yeah, I agree. The Clinton administration tried to bury Lewinsky.
Yes.
But I mean, by the standards of today, that's incredible that was. And I remember getting in arguments, the fucking Schumer writing table about Hillary, where they're like, why is it her fault if he raped women? I swear to God, this is all
I had one
upwardly mobile women in the city, white, whatever that voter, and they're all like, because everybody, it's real convenient. It's real convenient to when it's your thing to separate it and then get all huffy about the most. Chris D'Elia's he did nothing. The story ended up being he didn't do anything illegal or that I need to know about, or that and meanwhile a rape, how is it her fault? Someone who's actively covering up rapes of her husband.
I had Juanita Broderick on my show, and I wanted to be as skeptical of her story as possible, because I thought, all right, he went back to her hotel room. They fooled around. Later, he raped me. Let's assume it's that. I want to give him every benefit of the doubt if you're making a fucking rape accusation. I didn't realize that this happened in the morning. He came at fucking 9 a.m. to her hotel room, and it went on for an hour. And what really pushed me over the top in terms of believing her is I've only seen this one other time, which was an interview with Margaret Thatcher, of all people, because they were interviewing her after she was voted out of office by her own party. She didn't see it coming. It wasn't like she lost an election. Basically, the Tories turned on her. They said, no, we're going to
vote of no confidence. Yeah.
She was a new leader, and this is a fucking Iron Lady. Margaret Thatcher was not exactly a warm, cuddly person. She's doing an interview, and as she's talking about it, she's crying. But her mouth is totally calm, so there's a total disconnect between her tears and her affect. It was because she's reliving a trauma. It was so disturbing to watch this disconnect. And when Anita Broderick was on my show talking about it, she was talking matter of fact like this, but she's crying. And that was the only 2 times I've ever seen something like this. And it's just holy shit, this is not normal where someone can talk just like calm like this, at the same time their affect is tears. It was very, very disturbing. The point is, after that happened with Clinton, she saw Hillary at some event that week, and Hillary went up to her, shook her hand, and said, "Thanks for all you do for Bill, for all you do," meaning keep your fucking mouth shut. And I asked her who she thinks is worse, Bill or Hillary, and she said Hillary. And when you've been raped by a dude and you're saying the wife is worse, that says a lot.
Well, she's the brain of the penis of this terrible construct.
Yeah, this Frankenstein's monster, yeah.
Like, do your charming penis job and let the brain steer.
And what those writers probably didn't realize is that there were several women who didn't know each other, and they were interviewed by Ken Starr and others, and two of them at least, said that he bit them on the lip until they bled. The fact that two women who didn't know each other had the same incident happen to them that was that specific, to me, is strong evidence that they were telling the truth. Now, perhaps it was consensual, but they couldn't have each known that independently of each other.
Well, I just believe women, so I
believe all women.
Believe all women.
Yeah, that fucking... It's just amazing watching that fall, how quickly that goes away.
Oh, yeah. No, now they said it's a right-wing talking point and that they never said believe all women, and then you do a search on Twitter and it's a hashtag.
I love that. Yes. Oh, my hypocrisy, that's just another right-wing talking point.
Yeah, being called out on my bullshit is a right-wing conspiracy.